Okay, man, we're gonna try this a little different today. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but we're gonna see how it goes. I got my KP-15. It's a little bit of an unboxing video. I don't even know how much y'all can see this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it is a little bit of an unboxing video. I saw it I looked at it a little bit. I'm going to ask you to forgive the fried chicken stains. It's just a hazard of doing business in the South. If you don't know what the KP-15 is, it's the monolithic polymer lower. I always say polymer, weird, I don't know why. From KE Arms, that was inspired by a series of videos from InRangeTV, which is a channel, you all know that. I mean, if you know my channel, you know that channel. It's Ian McCollum from Forgotten Weapons and a guy named Karl, who, in my opinion, Karl is one of the most unappreciated gun tubers there is. Anyway, so they came up with this project called What Would Stoner Do? And they did What Would Stoner Do 2017. And the idea was that, Stoner tried to take the best technology available to him in 1955 to make the lightest, most handiest rifle he could. But there were just things that the technology couldn't do back then. So they wanted to take modern technology and see if they could even improve on Stoner's design. Maybe not necessarily his design, but the material. Take modern materials and sort of ascribe them to him. No, he would have used, and see what they could come up with. And what they came up with was an incredibly light, handy little rifle. And they redid it in 2020. And they got their buddy. They had a buddy, and he had a company that could make these polymer lowers. The normal lower is. Anyway, I'll show it to you. I'm really excited about this. So here we go. I got this from Brownells. I think Brownells is the exclusive dealer. Here we go. I'm not sure what all y'all can see. I don't want to lose any of this because this is weird, and I got to figure out what all this stuff goes to. I got the stripped lower. This is a stripped. Monolithic means it's all one part, and I got the stripped one because it was cheaper. Now I wish I had gone ahead and invested in getting the mil spec lower. But so here's this thing's big trick. And it's a big trick. So here's a regular lower. This is the lower from our BOF, and this is the buttstock. You all know this, and it's its own separate piece that comes off. The pistol grip is its own separate piece that comes off, and then you've got this aluminum lower receiver. It's the serialized piece of the weapon. So it's at least three major parts, and it is substantially heavier than now. As rifles go, it's incredibly light, but it's substantially heavier than now. This one's missing some stuff. It doesn't have the buffer or the buffer spring or all the little internals. But even so, when you're holding this monolithic upper, it is substantially lighter than you would expect. If you look, I've got an A2 buttstock on this. Which when I did this, I didn't know that the A2 buttstock and the A1 buttstock are different lengths. If you line up, doesn't matter how you line this up. I hope you guys can see this. If not, I'll reshoot it. You got about an inch, maybe an inch and, well, I'll say an inch there. If you line up the pins, that names escape me at the moment. If you line up the top of the A2 buttstock, the front of it, with the front of the polymer lower, at that point, they're about the same length. But this, whatever the hell this is called back here, it's like a receiver extension or something. Don't quote me on that. The polymer lower doesn't have to have that. So that doesn't count. It really should be lined up like this. And like I said, you got, let's say 3/4 of an inch. That's just me guesstimating. So there's a significantly shorter, it's called length of pull, where you pull it into your shoulder. Both Ian and Karl, and I think their buddy Russell, who helped them build this, are a little shorter, maybe. It's hard to tell sometimes on camera. But I think that might explain why they like the shorter length of pull. That's just a guess. There might be something else going on. It's probably just because I trained with the A2, you know, and spent so much time with it in the Corps. I prefer the A2, but
I can't see you
at all. Can I see the gun though? What can they see
Well,
anything?
when you were just having it up like this, they couldn't see any of that.
What can they see right now?
They can see like that gray thing.
So they can see these two?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I might even leave that in. But that's just speculation on my part. I might be being catty. So now I'm a little bit of a fanboy. I watch Ian's channel almost religiously, and I really do like Karl a lot. So I was really excited about this, and now that I've got it in my hands, it's interesting. It's so light, it almost feels cheap. It's so light. They've got videos of them running it over with a truck and doing push-ups on it. They've got it on the magwell and they're doing push-ups. So clearly it's not weak. It's got a lot of features. So they've got something for I don't know what you call this, but it's for a sling. And then they've got a socket for a quick detach sling here. They've got the flared magwell. But it's going to assemble a little differently, and this is the main reason I almost wish I had just gotten them to do the mil spec, because I got to figure out how all that trigger and everything goes in, and the mag release and the bolt hold open and all that. But anywho, it's very, very cool. The problem is now I have a problem. I've got to figure out if I'm going to finish this rifle. You know, y'all have heard me say before, I have 7 sons. And so my goal is to have enough AR-15s for all 7 sons, so that I can give them AR-15s as they get old enough. My oldest son has actually bought his own. He's 21, so I'm already falling behind. But I mean, he's got one. Oh, this buttstock end plate cap is going to get replaced. It's just crap. I'm going to put one of the trapdoor, those ones with the storage compartment in there, because if you don't have a cleaning kit in your AR-15, then you're not serious. You're kidding yourself. Or have it with you, you know, close by somewhere. So I've either got to finish this, but I've also got I've got this sitting around. This is an AR-9 lower, a Palmetto State Armory AR-9 lower that I was gonna make into a little carbine for a get-home bag type thing to have in the truck when I'm tooling around in Atlanta. The problem is prices went through the roof on everything. And now to finish this out is gonna be $600-700. You can actually buy, if you can catch them in stock, you can get a whole X-Tart EP9 for $450. It'd actually be cheaper to buy a whole EP9 than it would be to finish out this Palmetto State. Or do I shift focus and get my patrol carbine going? And I'm gonna do the whole, what would Stoner thing do? They did the whole, they put together this whole rifle. They've got a captured spring buffer and buffer spring in there. They've got an ultralight barrel. The only thing I think I'm gonna do different is I might make this an A2 if I can find the upper I want. I might not be able to. And then their handguard, you know, those modern handguards, they don't protect your hand from heat. They just pour heat down on your hand. And I'm sure everyone says wear gloves, but that's actually not a good solution for a whole host of reasons. So I might do a handguard with some heat deflector in there, try to, I don't know, protect my hands somehow, which will add a little bit of weight, but I think it's worth it. And then of course I will, as always, do everything I can to get a 20-inch barrel. But you know, you might be limited on the lightweight barrels. So I've got to finish my KP-15 now. Start a new. This is my lunacy. This is my damage. I'm always wanting to start something and not finish it and move on to the next thing. So I've either got to finish the old thing and put this on hold, or, well, anyway, I'm not sure. Let me know what you think, man. All right, there you go. This is very exciting. I love this. I'm very, very, very enamored with this. It's got a long way to go, though. But I could probably finish out the lower without a whole lot of expense. I was looking at lower parts kits, and it was about $50 for everything. I've got a trigger. I've got a mil-spec trigger that I took out of this one before I put that binary in there. So all I need is, not all I need, but I need the mag release and I've got the selector switch, mag release, and then bolt hold open. So it would, oh, and then the buffer spring and tube, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the capture one. I need to look up and see what those cost. So I could get the lower at least finished out for probably $150. Or I could just shut the hell up, knuckle down, and finish this AR9, which I should do. This would be a great little home defense gun too. I don't know. Let me know what you think, man. We appreciate you. Thank you.